What's up, everyone? Just trying to know this for you. I have Akiza Izinski inspired Rose Dragon deck. This should have been done like a while ago, but took some time with it. I was thinking about how I could upgrade it and change it up, but let's be honest, it's this format that we're playing here, this anime deck duels, is more for fun and casual. So I was like, yeah, I'll just kind of like leave it as is. And if I get inspired later, you'll probably see it on the channel. Hopefully, I do like playing this deck. I think it's pretty fun when it gets the gears rolling, but just I'm not a psychic duelist like her with the power of 5D dragon, so but still a pretty fun deck. Starting off with Witch of the Black Rose, very iconic card that we can draw a card when it's normal summon, and if it's a monster, we get to keep it. If it's not a monster, basically we send it to graveyard and destroy this card. So hurts, but she always does it with like Rose Fairy, and because they match up, when this card is added from the deck to the hand by a card effect, we can special summon it. They're both synchros to level 7, so that's Black Rose Dragon right there. Pretty good. Twilight Rose Knight, actually one of my favorite cards in Akiza's deck. Your opponent cannot select plant monsters as an attack target, and when this card is normal summon, we can special summon level 4 or lower plant monster from our hand. So again, another 2-card combo to do like into Black Rose, because usually we do special summon a level 4 monster, and that's cool. One of the newer cards for this is Ruddy Rose's Witch. Hopefully if they ever do like a side thing or like an anime special and just have like extra duels, it'd be cool for her to use this card. But yeah, you contribute this card, add Witch of Black Rose from our deck to the hand. If we do, take a level 3 or lower plant monster from the deck and place on top of the deck. Then immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 Witch of the Black Rose from our hand. We can banish this card from our graveyard, return 1 Black Rose Dragon or Ruddy Rose Dragon that is banished or in your graveyard to the extra deck, and we can only use that effect once per turn. I think the original name was Bloody Rose Witch and Bloody Rose Dragon, which was way cooler, but it is what it is. Playing 3 Rose Princesses. If your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon, if only your opponent controls a monster, we can special summon this card from our hand. If special summon this way, treat this card as a tuner. You can only special summon 1 of it once per turn, and we can also discard this card, add 1 White Rose Cloister from our deck to the hand. So that's why we're kind of doing 3, because we want to send it to add 1, and we can use special summon on that one. So it's good to see. These are kind of like the one-offs, just because she kind of plays these cards, kind of. We got Rose Shaman. I believe she played this in the manga. Botanical Line. I'm not too sure if she actually played this, but it is here. It's a nice beat stick for plants. I'm thinking like a video game, to be honest. Lord Poison, I think, did show up in the anime. It's one of those floaters for plants. Revival Rose. Is this like if it's in the graveyard and we do the whole shenanigans like this, and Twilight Rose Knight special summon this and then make Black Rose, and I believe we can just special summon this back out. Violet Witch. If this destroyed by balance into graveyard, add 1 plant monster from with 1500 or less defense. And Dark Rose Fairy. If a tuner is special summoned, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send 1 card from your hand or field to the graveyard, place it back on top or bottom of the deck. So this can be used also to manipulate to use the Rose Witch. Obviously, Rose Princess, special summon that, it becomes a tuner, so then this can special summon itself. Rose Girl. If a face-up plant monsters you control is sent to the graveyard, we can special summon this card from our hand, and if a plant monster is on the field and this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand, but only use it once per turn. And Hedge Guard. During damage cal in either player's turn, you can send this card from the hand to the graveyard, half the attack of the monster you control until the end phase, but that monster cannot be destroyed by this battle. That one word, this battle, hurts so much. I wish it was just like battle until like the end of the turn, so we can just keep monsters, but this battle means it only survives that one battle. And then for the Rose Dragon parts, we got, White Rose Dragon, help us special summon stuff. We got Rocks Rose Dragon that helps search. And the cool thing is this is a level 4. This again level 3 and is a tuner. So if we use this to special summon that, again, Black Rose. We got 2 Blue Rose Dragons. When this card is on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, we can target 1 Black Rose or plant monster from our graveyard, special summon that target. Now it is a when effect, so there is missing timing with it, but it's okay. And 1 rose or red rose dragon to help do some extra plays. If this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can special summon 1 rose dragon from your hand or deck except itself. Then if this card was sent for synchro summon or plant synchro monster, you can add 1 frozen rose or blooming of the darkest rose from your deck to your hand. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So you may think like, hey, like it's an anime deck, we just run 3. I don't know, I kind of like playing under the ban list that we have modernly. I don't know why, it's just something that I like when I'm deck building. Is that extra challenge of like, I'm deck building for these characters, what they would play in the anime, but also following like the ban list. That's just how I see it. So a lot of the card choices for the anime inspired decks might seem like poor choices, but like I said, it's just more for fun for me anyways. 1 Black Garden, starting off with spell cards. Obviously the cards you did use. 2 of the newer cards, Frozen Rose, to help us. It sends a face-up monster we control to the graveyard and apply the effect depending on it. So plant, during the end phase, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Or non-plant, add a level 4 lower plant monster from our deck to your hand. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. 3 Basil Rose Shoots to special summon a Rose Dragon from our hand or graveyard in defense position. But if the set card is destroyed, we can target 1 of our Black Rose Dragons or monster that specifically lists that card in text that is banished or in the graveyard and special summon it. 3 of the white Rose Cloister. I might drop it down to 2. I was thinking about it, but still pretty cool. If we control no monsters, we can special summon 1 Rose Dragon monster or plant monster from our hand to get the ball rolling on synchro summoning and stuff. During your draw phase, before you draw, you can declare 1 card type, monster, spell, or trap, reveal the top card of your deck, and if it is the declared type, then we apply the effect, which is kind of like subpar, but it's just like a level 7 or higher synchro monster gains 1,000 attack. It comes up sometimes, but it's not too crazy. 1 Fragrant Storm, destroy face-up plant monster in the field and draw 1 card. If it is a plant monster, you can reveal it to draw 1 more card. So potentially Pot of Greed. Thorn of Malice, equipped to a Black Rose or plant monster, gains 600 attack, and if the equipped monster attacks the defense position, we inflict piercing damage. If the equipped monster attacks a monster after damage cow, that monster loses 600 attack in defense. An opponent's monster that battles with this cannot be destroyed by battle. So yeah, it's cool to just attack into things and lower their stats. 1 Mark of the Rose, activate by banishing 1 plant monster from our graveyard, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, equip this to it. Take control of the monster once per turn during your end phase, negate this card's effect until your next standby phase, so your opponent can still get it back. But hopefully, we use it as synchro summon. Synchro Syokan material. We got 1 Blooming of the Darkest Rose, Wall of Thorns, which is the plant Mirror Force, and lastly, Ivy Shackles. Just because all monsters your opponent controls become plant type during your turns only, but if this face-up card you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, draw a card. I don't know if it comes in too often, especially in these anime duels, but we got it. My favorite synchro itself, Black Rose Dragon. Black Rose goes boom, blow up the field, good times. First just 7. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon bounces things, and it's still pretty cool. This card is special summon or level 5 or higher monster is special summon to your side of the field. Target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So yeah, it just bounces. Boom, bounce. This banishes. Ruddy Rose Dragon. This card is synchro summon. You can banish all cards from the graveyards. Then if this card was synchro summon using Black Rose Dragon or Plant Synchro as material, you can destroy all other cards on the field. And then it has like a Stardust effect where when your opponent activates a card or effect that would destroy a card's quick effect, you contribute this card, negate the activation. Then you can special summon 1 Black Rose Dragon from your extra deck. So it doesn't like bring this back out. It just can special summon one of these. Or at least this Black Rose specifically. That's still pretty cool. Oops. I was like wondering too. I do have a third one. There's a psych. There is a third Black Rose. Tricked ya. Tricked myself. I was like thinking like, wasn't there three? Oh, well, maybe I did put two when I moved things around, but nope, there is three. Garden Rose Maiden. Oh, remember this card was crazy price. Garden Rose Flora. Love the arts of these. Lastly, Queen of Thorns, just because it's on theme, and Splendid Rose. So yeah, that's the deck for Akiza. Nothing really changed from when you see it being played on the channel. Hopefully, eventually, I'd love for them to do like newer, better support that can do some crazy things and not get limited. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. All right, peace.